What's up, guys? We're just going to be continuing off with the loops from the last video. Alright, so that's basically how a while loop works. It reads just like English. While this is true, do this. Pretty simple for the most part. Well, what if we want to have something that runs a very accurate or specific amount of times and then just cut off immediately? We don't want to have to worry about whether or not something will eventually become true or false. That's where the for loop comes in. So this is how it works. I'm just going to type in for I in range. We're going to say 20 here. Oops, 20, just like that. And then I'm going to say print I here, just like that. Oops, I, just like that. All right, so when I run this, it's going to print from 0 to 19. So basically what's going on here is I'm saying um, it's actually it's a little bit more difficult to explain in Python than it is in another language. For loops are very common in programming. In Python, I think they are by far the most different in Python than in any language I think I've ever used before. Basically, I think this range 20 is the most new thing to you guys and conceptually. So basically what we're doing is we're creating a temporary list. I think we're going to get into lists in the next chapter, so I don't want to go too deep into it. Basically what we're doing is we're creating like a list of numbers ranging from 0 to 19, so 20 numbers long, that we want to loop over. Basically, we're trying to loop over something 20 times exactly, and you can use this kind of like this shorthand range temporary list as a way to create it. So what is this I doing here? Basically, this I is just a placeholder that's getting set equal to each number inside of this list. So the first time it loops through, it's going to be equal to 0. Second time, it's equal to 1. Third time, it's equal to 2. You kind of notice it starts at 0, so it's one number off, but you kind of get it. Like if I wanted this to be from 1 to 20 instead of from 0 to 19, there's two things I could do. The first thing is I could just straight up change the range. So I can make this from 1 to 21 here. And if I run this, it's going to go from 1 to 20. Basically, it's whatever this last number here is, it's just going to go to the number before it. And then, it starts at the number that we start out here. If we only have one number in here, like I just had 20 a second ago, it starts at 0, and then it goes to one number before this here. In terms of like if you're just setting it equal to the I, just as how we're doing it right here. So, and it's just for I in range 20. When we get into lists later in the next chapter and stuff, you'll kind of understand we can use like different stuff right here. I don't want to dive into that right now, but this in I think will make more sense then. Just know that right now, if you wanted to make something like run 20 times exactly without having to kind of write some other code and stuff, you can just use this shorthand way of doing the for loop with the range here. All right, that's pretty much it for this video. I know in the projects here they might be a little confusing or difficult. I don't know which one might be worse for you. But one of the things asks about even numbers. The only thing I'm going to say is the hint I'm going to give is that you should probably use this symbol somewhere in your code. I'll give you a hint. It's called modulo. All right, so that's it for this video. Again, I'm not going to dive into a lot of the conceptual stuff. Just wanted to hit the code. So I'll see you in the next chapter of Python programming.